As a former Liverpool legend and one of the known names among the Premier League defender, James Lee Duncan Carragher, or in short Jamie Carragher, who after spending 17 years with the Reds, winning almost all titles apart from the prestigious Premier League title, and hangs his boots and then he moved his attention as a pundit, where he had joined with Arsenal legend Thierry Henry, former Man City fullback Micah Richards, and the English sports broadcast Katie Scott in the CBS sports coverage. While their humor, chemistry, and playful nature, willing to make fun of each other, gave us fans a breath of fresh air, and their show received widespread critical acclaim. However, as a Man United fans, often questioning these hosts, especially Jamie, due to the fact Man United in the past 2 seasons were massively up and down, causing a hot topic to discuss that Jamie often put some of the more controversial statements toward the discussion. And coming this season with Liverpool lost 9 of their 12 available matches since their first loss, Jamie have subsequently came out numerous excuses for Liverpool, making him look extremely biased. So in this video, we will be looking into some of Jamie's statements and ethics that created a negative discussion among fans. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you in any shape or form stumble into this channel and somehow some way like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. First up, of course, the Man United defender that was still discussed till today, the acquisition of Argentinian defender Lisandro Martinez, and the rare case that one Liverpool legend is at least capable of publicly acknowledging the error of his way, and Jamie has long since admitted defeat in the case of Lisandro Martinez, declaring the Man United defender to be a special player who might nevertheless still be exposed because every player has got weaknesses. But that was quite the climb down from Carragher's initial stance, and I am convinced this can't work because the size of him playing in the back four. But it was an early season when the pundit set his stall out. Well, a bit of the backstory, Martinez is a 5'9" defender brought over from Ajax to reunite with Ten Hag for a fee of 59 million, while Martinez was lauded for his ball playing ability, capable of playing the blind breaking pass, plus his aggressive defending was another area for praise. However, the topic consistently brought up for him was the height, where he was not formed from many pundits, especially speaking how he was able to withstand the physical Premier League. And to be fair, Martinez has been targeted to punishing effect by both Brighton and Brentford in the opening fortnight, partnering in Harry Maguire in both games, where it was being taken off at the halftime of the latter. Normal assumed that the Ivan Toney overpowering and outthinking of the centre half would become a theme for the campaign, and Jamie Carragher made sure to lead the chorus. Maybe he could go on the left back, maybe he could play on the back three, but in the back four, he cannot play there in the Premier League. He said, stating confidently that more opponents will see him as the weakest link. Well, even after a phenomenal performance in the subsequent win over Liverpool, Carragher offset his praise by repeating those same concerns about Martinez's height, and the phrase 5'9" became a staple of the football coverage for a solid month or two. Yet, alongside with Rafael Varane, which both form a great partnership that complement with their style each other, with Varane pacey sweeping behind and the elite aerial defense compromised Martinez's front foot defending, while the Argentinian has been phenomenal under Erik ten Hag, even adding a World Cup winner medals to his collection. Next one, the quote, "Leave football before the football leaves you." A quote that Jamie commented after Casemiro threw a blunder in the Liverpool 3-0 loss, where Casemiro delivered one of the more horrific performances, responsible of 2 goals, whereby he was hooked at halftime. This quote and Punditry do have certain on-point status due to the fact in last season, Casemiro prolonging his awful season form since the 23-24 season, mistake-prone, leads unable to keep up high intensity of Premier League or other competition, and the hierarchy within the club was not the best. It was reported below Toby Collier, whom was an academy player recently promoted to the first team. Or besides that, Jamie also commented or criticized Matthias de Ligt, who was originally brought into the club last summer for a reported £42 million, with the real hopes of providing a key experience at the back given his time at Bayern and Juventus. However, the Dutchman endured a season to forget in England, only starting 25 leagues outing and coming under fire for his lack of positive display by one well-respected player in the English top flight. While the former Liverpool defender and Sky Sports pundit Jamie Carragher labelled the 26-year-old as awful, further highlighted how disappointed he was during the debut campaign at the Old Trafford. Not because of the league often struggled with fitness in his first season with United, but he looks extremely sluggish when it comes to defending. But with a turn of event, after a proper pre-season and plus putting in work in the off-season, Both Casemiro and De Ligt shows their improvement in terms of fitness and overall contribution. While Casemiro has managed to transform his career in the Premier League, now appearing in all but one league outlet of the 25-26 campaign, whilst working out of possession is largely his responsible, he managed to start with the ball at his feet, scoring twice and notching 1 assist in his 8 appearances, while he also managed to make 3.1 tackles and 5.3 ball recoveries per 90, highlighting his defensive talent, which has been also often called into question in recent years. Her other tallies such as 60% duel won and 1.6 area won per 90 further showcase his dominance ability, making him a perfect partner along with Bruno at present. While Casemiro deserves a huge credit for his recent revival under Amorim, subsequently going for a certain exit to now being one of the club's most important players. As for De Ligt, has been a key component for Amorim's side this campaign, subsequently playing every minute in the Premier League to date. He makes 1.7 tackles per 90 so far this campaign, along with 3.1 area duels won, tallies which have provided the side with steal they have been missing at the back last campaign. Having used the Premier League intensity, De Ligt already have a strong body combining with a good aerial defense, having far a crucial piece in the defensive line. Lastly, none other than constant taking jabs on Man United but turning a blind eye when Liverpool struggling massively. While coming off Liverpool winning and tying Man United 20th Premier League title, Understood Liverpool look to extend their dominance by spending a humongous 500 million on a numerous top-level player, having a lot of fans go bananas, including Carragher, whom seeing of Liverpool as a surefire repeating champion. While adding cream to the cross, winning the first 5 leagues in the Premier League, having fans go even further with their statement. But little do they know, this was just a plaster on the cracking wall. After losing 9 games in 12 matches, including a several pure dominated by teams like Man City, Nottingham Forest and PSV, Liverpool can be said in a deep and hot water to say the least. While at the same time there were a number of reports calling for the Slot's head. As for ever-loving Jamie Carragher, whom before Liverpool's series of poor performance, usually jabbed on Man United saying things like Man United Ruben Amorim 3-4-3 formation cannot work in the Premier League or cannot survive in the Premier League. Others like saying Ruben Amorim needs to perform or result immediately before he sees his way out, as some of the most negative words you can imagine. However, the rocks were dropped on Liverpool. What did he say? Liverpool should spend more in January. Take note that Liverpool has spent a whopping 500 million in the summer window, bringing in some of the top names like Isaac, Wirtz, Ekitike, etc. Rather than addressing the issue maybe on slot tactics or the lack of depth in the team, he go on to say some of the most head-scratching statements by needing Liverpool to spend more if they have not spending enough. Due credit to him, Carragher did have an outburst singling Liverpool defense after the 1-4 defeat to PSV, saying and genuinely sick of it. Konate continued to play as such defender it itself as a reason for the manager's dismissal. He declared in the video post, "With continuing such a selection is a sackable offense." The video was soon deleted, as was raw and unfiltered, a glimpse into the depth of Carragher's disappointment. While on the player side similar to the mainstream media, he was often criticized Man United's huge signings consistently, but when Wirtz were a Liverpool top signings who brought in for more than 100 million did not deliver, he fight back by saying need more time. While highly skeptical for the pundits going so obviously biased without context to his favourite team than other teams. But also with these multiple ill-fated statements plus not so popular altercation with the fans, he should be taking some time off for commenting on Punditry. That's the end of the video. These were some of the worst Jamie Carragher biased, lazy and needed to stop Punditry. Or you have other in mind that was similarly bad? Or comment down below so we can have a discussion. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one.